which rookie, Lions rookie, tomorrow will make the biggest impact on the road against the Kansas City Chiefs? Sam Flannel, I'll start with you.
I am going to go with none other than Brian Branch for
There
this
you go.
one. And a lot of the reason for the same reasons I kind of mentioned, the Detroit Lions winning the matchup for their secondary, winning the matchup versus the Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers. Because with Travis Kelce most likely out or at the very best hampered, I would say that it is an easier matchup because whoever would have to be in coverage versus Travis Kelce would be in for a tough day, I will say, and they might even have to double him from time to time. But do you think that Brian Branch could maybe mark Noah Gray for a couple of plays? Maybe even
more than that.
Of course, maybe even Jerick McKinnon coming out of the backfield, a Sky Moore or somebody like that. Maybe like somebody like that, or even I don't know, Justin Watson. They're all good at what they do, but they're not stars or anything like that. And of course, with his versatility and whatnot, with his ability to play both safety and slot corner, and the Kansas City Chiefs also run a lot of 4 wide receiver sets, which means you're going to have a lot extra DBs on the field. Which I think that means that Brian Branch will not suffer for any playing time, even though it is a loaded secondary, and we still don't know about Emmanuel Mosley's availability or if they're going to play him coming off of an injury so quickly. So I think it will be Brian Branch, and he will play a big role in doing his job in limiting the Kansas City Chiefs pass catchers, at least when they're on Brian Branch. I'm going with Branch.
So I think when I thought about this question, for me, I wanted to go to the shiniest toy. I was going to go Jahmyr Gibbs. But the more I think about it, who has to have the best game, to me, is Jack Campbell.
Ding, ding, ding. Agreed.
That's who has to have the best game. Now, we could talk about eye candy. Like, I would love to see Jahmyr juke a bunch of dudes out and score a 70-yard touchdown, of course. But, again, who needs to have a good game is Jack Campbell. And I'll tell you why. So, a couple things here. If Travis Kelce is out for the game, they're going to run the football. Jack Campbell is great against the run. Not only that, but he's good at chasing. He's going to be one of those guys that can chase Patrick Mahomes all around the field, right? He's 6'5", he's 260. Not only that, he can get after the quarterback. He's very versatile. You can use Jack in a lot of different ways. And you're going to need him to be all around the football on Thursday. That if he is, it's a great day for the Lions defense. If he's not, you got a problem there. So for me, I think Jack Campbell's the most important. Not just that, but if he's guarding tight ends, if he's guarding a Noah Gray, for example, or he's guarding running backs out of the backfield, which he showed he can do, I think Jack Campbell on defense is going to be super, super important. And if he comes out and has a big game, I know they got Anzalone, I know they got Barnes, they got Rodriguez, but who can make a big impact is Jack Campbell, because you look at all the linebackers, he could just do more than everybody else. So I'm going with Jack Campbell, who has to have a big game tomorrow, and who I think will.
Caps off, Frady. Caps off.
Jesus, man.
It's 100% Jack Campbell. The Chiefs, they're going to be running the ball more than they probably ever have, and they got a physical runner in Isaiah Pacheco. Isaiah Pacheco is a very physical runner who breaks a lot of tackles.
He runs scared.
Didn't do it against C.J. Gardner-Johnson in the Super Bowl, though. I don't know if you guys remember that hit. C.J. just laid his ass out. But the fact of the matter is, not only is Jack Campbell going to be great at getting after Mahomes, help setting the line of scrimmage against the run, but he's going to be able to sniff out these screens that Kansas City's going to be running, because they got MVS, they got a lot of speed down the field, but as far as intermediate and short threats, it's all going to be by play design, because none of these guys are just crazy route runners, elite in the slot. There's none of that. They're going to be trying to develop plays through play calling. They'll be running the ball, they're going to be taking screens, and then they're going to try to take a shot deep. If you have your linebacker, because we know the secondary is fine.
Right.
And just to Jeff's point earlier, it's like, who do we actually need? If Jahmyr Gibbs doesn't play how we all want him to, it's not exciting, but we still have David Montgomery.
Right.
If Jack Campbell's not playing up to the level, well, then we got Alex Anzalone. And I'm sorry, I'm just gives a lot of effort, but from a consistency basis, it's not what you would want. So Jack Campbell is no doubt the most important rookie. If he plays at his A game, it's going to kind of be like the David Montgomery of the Lions defense, where it's just like, now you control the clock because you impact their run game and their passing game. So I think, without a single doubt, it's Jack Campbell.
Yeah, I mean, Jack, one thing he did, so great at Iowa for throughout the years he was there, is reading the quarterback. Like he's super great at that and diagnosing plays. That's why he's picking up the defense pretty quickly. I think in a complex offense like this, I know it's his first game, it's a lot for him, but the faster he can kind of dissect things and read Mahomes, which is almost impossible to essentially do, but that's going to be where his value lies for Jack Campbell. What about you, Gabby? What do you think?
I have to go Jack Campbell just because all the eyes are on him. He was picked so high, and we've been talking about the improvement needed in this defense for so long that he has that narrative already started, and now you add in there how high he was picked. I think a lot of eyes are going to be on him.
What about you, JB? Who is it?
No disrespect to you guys, because I do believe Jack Campbell needs to have a very big game, but
Corby Sorsdahl.
That's my guy, though. But I have to go with Jahmyr Gibbs.
There
I know
you go.
it's the obvious choice right now, but if he wants to have that rookie season that he's setting the bar so high for, as he's told ESPN writers, he wants to have 1,000 rushing yards, 500 receiving yards, then it starts with game one, and it starts against the Kansas City Chiefs. I know David Montgomery is going to be your lead back, but still, Gibbs is going to be out there all over the place, and he's going to show you why the Lions chose him number one overall. So
Wow, no, and by the way, JB, for at least for Jahmyr, I think his value lies is if this game gets high scoring.
Yeah.
And you're going to need Jahmyr Gibbs to score some touchdowns. I mean, obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown and can't forget about Sam Laporta. No one really talking about Sam Laporta out there. See, your guy, your Hall of Famer. That's your Hall of Famer.
He's going to have a nice rookie season, but he's not going to have that, like, oh my God, Sam Laporta's on the scene. It's going to be like, all right, Laporta's here, baby. And then once they start opening him up a little bit.
Nick Bolton's going to put him in a jail cell? Is that what's going on?
Nick Bolton's nice, but he ain't got nothing. Nick Bolton and Willie Gay. Name speaks for himself.
Okay. All right, Lucas. Let's see. Matt says, what about Broderick Martin? If he has a big game, that would be great. Is it? I don't know if Broderick, how many snaps he'll be playing.
You can play something if there's no bugs.
No.
Yeah, but they got Benito, Levi, Pascal. Like, they got guys they can move on the inside. I don't know if they need, Broderick Martin.
Probably when they get in the red zone, they're going to have to put
Maybe,
pressure on Mahomes,
potentially.
make the football come out quicker
Would
than
it
it
be nice
normally
to
is.
see him out there? Yes. Do I think it's going to happen? Not so much.
And let's see. Zach Conner says it's very possible that Ben Johnson gets Laporta cooking. Zach Conner says that.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
Okay.
I'll happily be proven wrong there.
I'm just referring to Lucas here. Just trying to
What
get
do you guys think Laporta does this week, stat line wise?
I mean, he'll probably get 2 catches for 40 yards. Like
2 for 40.
Yeah.
So that's 20 yards per catch. That's pretty lofty.
That's your problem.
What would Khalil Herbert?
No,
have?
but it's not. But it's not. You're thinking of yards. As soon as he catches the ball, he squats down. I'm thinking yards after catch.
All right, no, that's all well and good. But tight ends don't typically get 20 yards. But you know, in a one game sample size, maybe he will. I will say 3 for 33.
Okay.
Something like that.
There you go.
that's a nice stat line, but I have to go to someone who can give me the correct numbers. If you ever need help on your betting decisions, should you take the under for the Bears on Sunday? How many glizzies will Joey Chestnut house this year? There is one man at Woodward to go to when you need your lock, and that man is Booner of Woodward
Booner!
Bets. Have no fear, Booner is locking in all football season to bring you the best picks. Saturdays at 11 a.m. and Sundays at 11:30 a.m. All you got to do is go to YouTube, search Woodward Sports.
I'm seeing a lot of Antoine Green, too. A lot of Antoine Green love.
Bro.
He ain't playing, dude.
Yeah, no way. Like, maybe if he's back there, a kick returner, something like that.
No,
but no.
he's not playing.
No. Hard pass.
And if he does, then, well, Khalif, Josh Reynolds both went down. So, I don't know. That's not ideal, but hey, Antoine Green, he's nice. I just don't think he's playing week one. No way in hell. No. Funky says his fan base does not deserve Alex Anzalone. Lucas, your response to that?
And I get it. Alex Anzalone does get very disrespected. The thing is just like, the disrespect that he gets is way farther than the love that he gets, and it should be right about here. I think some people overstep for him, but again, he's a captain on this football team for a reason. I'm not saying that he's not important to this team when I say like, oh, if Alex Anzalone's in, we're going to be a little bit worried. It's just Alex Anzalone is not a linebacker that you want there every down just because he can do everything that you'd ask him to. It's not on a consistent basis, and when he messes up a lot of times, when you're the linebacker one, that opens up the rest of the play for wherever if the running back catches a screen, your linebacker misses it, it just opened up a huge hole in the defense for the player to run through. So I just think middle linebacker is so important, and when you kind of got a guy that's on the fringe of being bad or good every week, it's just something that you want to move on for and find a safer option. Anzalone as a linebacker too, I think we'd love, which is what he's going to be in this year. But as a linebacker one, I'm sorry, I'm not confident in it.